Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to being well-informed. Today, we're plunging into, well, the exciting world of eating out. Sometimes tricky, right?
Definitely tricky.
Our mission, it's really to equip you with the essential language, the communication strategies you need,
Yeah, so you can navigate restaurant choices, talk about what you like.
and make, really good recommendations.
I
Or deceive them.
Exactly. We've taken a deep dive into this really fascinating conversation that sort of perfectly illustrates these scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
And we've pulled out the most useful nuggets. It's not just what to say,
Right.
but how to say it so you sound, well, completely natural and people get what you mean.
And hopefully by the end of this deep dive, you'll feel ready, confident enough to guide your friends to the perfect meal.
Or maybe politely steer them away from something,
Ah.
like less ideal.
Yeah, culinary misadventure perhaps. And do it with language that just feels authentic.
So let's set the scene. This comes from the conversation we looked at. Picture this. You're with friends trying to decide where to eat.
The classic dilemma.
Totally. One person says they're in the mood for something a bit lighter.
Okay.
Another starts raving about an Italian place, says the food is fantastic, the decor is beautiful.
Sounds tempting.
But then someone else throws in maybe a bistro with a tasty seafood platter.
See, everyone's got different cravings, different past experiences, sometimes really strong opinions.
It's such a common challenge, isn't it?
It really is. And navigating all that, it takes more than just knowing words like pizza or salad.
Right. It's about understanding the subtle signals,
Yeah.
the connotations.
Especially when maybe a past experience wasn't so great.
Exactly. Sometimes, yeah, a bad meal in the past can really complicate the present decision.
Like in our source dialogue, they mentioned something nobody wants. Food poisoning.
Ugh, yeah, food poisoning. This means you ate bad food, got sick. Definitely not a good thing.
No, we heard about Ella, I think. She unfortunately got food poisoning from sandwiches.
Yeah, sandwiches from a place described as a hole in the wall. And what's interesting, like you said, is she mentioned she'd actually got to give them a try before, so it wasn't even new.
It just shows, doesn't it? Even a familiar spot can surprise you badly.
It's a stark reminder, really. I mean, I remember vividly actually getting really sick once
Yeah.
from orange juice.
Orange juice. Seriously.
Yeah. Traveling in Morocco, I thought, oh, refreshing orange juice. Nope. Led to a truly terrible situation.
On a bus.
Oh, no, not on a bus.
Worse. But it highlights things like, water quality, how things are prepared, stuff you don't always think about, especially when traveling.
That sounds dreadful.
Yeah.
And that brings us to another really crucial thing when making recommendations. Allergies.
Ah, yes.
Allergic.
Allergic. Very different from just not liking something.
Right, this is a medical reaction. A specific food makes you sick.
Exactly. The dialogue mentioned being allergic to seafood. And specifically, eating it means you cannot breathe.
That's serious, life-threatening serious.
It really is. And there are other common ones, peanuts, milk, lots of things. So, thinking back to that dinner dilemma, if someone suggests that bistro with the outstanding fish,
Right, sounds great on paper.
but if you or someone in the group is allergic to seafood, that suggestion is immediately off the table, no matter how outstanding the fish is.
It's a non-starter. Which is why knowing this term, and maybe even asking about allergies up front, is just so important. It avoids awkwardness or worse.
Good communication is key. Which actually, speaking of communication, let's unpack some more of that language. Describing restaurants, the food itself.
Good idea. Let's start with a really useful, versatile phrase, checkout.
Ah, check out. I like that one.
It's more dynamic than just saying go see, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
more like an invitation to explore, investigate something new together.
Yeah, you wouldn't say go see my new car, would you?
Exactly. You'd say, check out my new car, or let's check out that new cafe, or check out the new shopping mall. It feels more active, shared.
So when you're checking out a place, what kind of restaurant might it be? We heard two interesting terms in the source. A bistro and a hole in the wall.
Right. And these words set expectations, don't they? A bistro. What comes to mind?
Small, informal. Maybe French, cozy, not super cheap, but not wildly expensive either.
That's pretty much it. Small, informal, often French-inspired. Implies a certain charm, a relaxed vibe, maybe classic dishes.
Okay, and then the other one, a hole in the wall. This one feels a bit more ambiguous.
It really can be. A hole in the wall basically means a very small, very unassuming place. Could be a restaurant, could be a bar.
But it can be good or bad, right?
Exactly. Sometimes it's used affectionately, like it's a hidden gem. Amazing, authentic food, off the beaten path, the kind of place locals love.
The hidden treasure?
Right.
Uh,
Or, like with Ella's
Huh.
sandwiches, it can imply maybe it's a bit run down. Maybe the hygiene is
Yeah.
questionable.
So context is everything. And your tone of voice, probably.
Absolutely key. How you say it tells people which meaning you intend.
Got it. Okay, let's flip to the positive descriptions. Words that make you want to go somewhere. We heard fantastic, decor, tasty, and outstanding.
Right. So fantastic. If you say the food is fantastic, that's strong praise. Extremely good.
High approval rating.
Definitely. And then decor. That's simply the decoration, the style of the place. The decor is beautiful, tells you it's visually pleasing, nice environment.
Adds to the whole experience. And for the actual taste, we heard tasty.
Tasty means delicious, simply good tasting. Now, here's a really useful tip for sounding natural English.
Oh,
While delicious is perfectly correct, native speakers talking about food almost always just say tasty.
really? Just more common.
Much more common. Tasty just flows better in conversation.
Yeah.
Delicious can sound a little formal sometimes, almost like you're writing a review.
Interesting. So tasty for everyday chat. Good to know.
It's a small thing, but it makes a difference. And if something is really good, like truly exceptional,
Beyond fantastic.
that's where outstanding comes in. Like the fish is outstanding. That means it's top tier, a real highlight.
Okay, outstanding. Got it. We also heard someone wanting something a bit lighter. What does light food imply?
Yeah, light food. It's not just about low calories necessarily. It usually means it's easy to digest, not heavy on your stomach.
Like salads, maybe grilled fish, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Often implies fresh ingredients, simpler preparations. It's the opposite of maybe a rich sauce or a hearty stew.
Makes sense. So we can describe the place, the food. Now, how about expressing what you want, or maybe, more delicately, what you don't want?
Ah, the art of polite preference. This needs a bit of finesse.
Definitely. We heard a great phrase for that. Not all that crazy about.
Yes, I'm not all that crazy about. It's such a wonderfully soft way to say you don't really like something.
Much gentler than I hate Italian food.
Way gentler. I'm not all that crazy about Italian food, or you could use it for anything. I'm not all that crazy about shopping, or I'm not crazy about jazz music.
It just signals a mild dislike, right? And it doesn't shut the conversation down. Leaves room for other ideas.
Precisely. But if you do know what you want, what you feel like right now,
Then you'd use in the mood for.
exactly, in the mood for, this is all about your current feeling, your immediate desire or craving.
So if your friends always pick burgers, you could say, I'm in the mood for something different tonight.
Perfect example. Or the opposite, I am not in the mood for a horror movie. If someone suggests one and you just don't feel like it right now, clearly states your preference for this moment.
Okay, great. So we've got descriptions, preferences. We're building a good toolkit here.
We are. Now let's get to the core of it. Making and receiving recommendations, the actual suggesting part.
Right. If you're the one asking for ideas, what are some natural ways beyond just where should we eat?
Well, you could ask, do you have any suggestions? That's clear and direct.
Or maybe vary it a bit.
Sure. Do you have any ideas? Or even, do you have any thoughts? They all work. They're open invitations for input.
Nice and simple. And flipping it around when you're the one giving the suggestion.
You've got options there too, depending on how strongly you feel. A good, solid one is, I'd recommend giving it a try.
I'd recommend. Sounds confident?
It is. But if you're like really passionate about a place, you think it's amazing,
Then you might ramp it up.
yeah, you might say, you've got to give them a try. That got to adds real emphasis. It implies it's almost essential, a must-do experience.
You've got to. I hear that a lot. Which brings us to something you touched on earlier, contractions.
Yes. Super modern for sounding natural. Notice how we just said, I'd recommend, not I would recommend.
Right. And you got to, not you have got to.
Exactly. In spoken English, we almost always use these shortened forms. It's don't, can't, and you got to.
It just sounds smoother, more normal.
It really does. What's fascinating is how much these tiny phonetic shortcuts impact how authentic you sound. Native speakers use them constantly without even thinking.
So if you want to sound more natural when you speak.
Use contractions, absolutely. And just as importantly, understanding them helps you follow conversations, movies, TV shows. Because the full, uncontracted forms are actually quite rare in everyday speech.
That's a great point. It unlocks understanding, too.
It really does. It's a key to getting deeper into conversational fluency.
So let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway for you, the listener?
Well, hopefully you can see how understanding these specific words and phrases
Yeah, things for describing food, restaurants, saying what you like or don't like.
and making those recommendations, it all helps you navigate those eating out situations much more easily.
Lets you express yourself clearly, confidently. It's about having a richer, more nuanced toolkit for communication.
Definitely. And maybe just a final thought to leave you with.
The one?
Consider how even the best recommendations, made with the best intentions, like Ellis suggesting that hole in the wall she'd tried before.
Or your refreshing orange juice in Morocco.
Exactly. Sometimes they can go unexpectedly wrong.
Mm.
It just highlights that, while language helps us connect and persuade and share our desires, some adventures, especially the culinary ones, well, they remain delightfully unpredictable.
Or sometimes disastrously so. A good reminder that life and food can always surprise you.